Hey guys, my name's Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So I wanted to try out two different homemade air dried clay recipes to see if they're actually worth making and if they're any good to work with. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay guys, so I'm going to be using this old crusty pan to do this just in case any of the clay sticks in here. So I'll make sure to let you know if it does or doesn't. We're going to start out by adding in 1 cup of baking soda. Whoopsie. So next we're going to add in 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Okay, so now we're going to add in our cup. Last but not least, we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of water. Just pour that in there. So now we're going to move this onto the stove, and I'm going to put this on low heat according to the instructions. So here we have it on the stove, and then, let's see, I guess low, right? Should I do like here? Is that too hot? Maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. Okay. Okay guys, so according to my instructions, I have to keep moving this around until it gets to like a mashed potato consistency. So let's hope I don't fuck this up. How do I know if this is too hot? It's looking very watery right now. So, but guys, it's looking pretty watery to me. I hope this thickens up soon. Ooh. 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 Alright guys, so an update, it's finally getting just a teeny bit thicker, but it's taking a while, so let's hope I'm doing this right. Okay, so I finally got the mashed potato consistency. It did take me a couple of minutes, but now I'm going to let this cool off on some parchment paper, and then I'll check back in with the clay. Okay guys, so this clay feels super soft and it's really easy to blend out. It does feel like powdery from the baking soda, and it also kind of I guess crumbles apart very easily. Like, it doesn't want to stick to itself, but at the same time it does. I don't know, it's weird. I feel like this clay would be really good for super beginner friendly projects, like if you were to make a Christmas ornament or use a cookie cutter, or if you wanted to imprint somebody's hand there, but very simple stuff. So I decided to make a very easy incense holder just to see how it would turn out. Here you can see how the clay does peel off in chunks, I guess. I accidentally broke off that little chunk right there, but we'll fix that in a little bit. I'm adding in waves to my clay, and when I see people do this, they always put stuff under it to hold their little waves in their clay, but this actually held its shape pretty well, and I didn't need to put anything under there. I just used my finger like you guys saw. Now I'm just gonna reattach the clay back together, and it actually held together pretty well after I did this. taking an incense stick, I'm gonna poke a little hole where I want it to go, and then I'm gonna let this dry, and this dried for me, I think it took like 4 or 5 days. Here's my incense holder now that it's dry, and there you can see a little table I made out of the same clay, but I didn't like that table, so I didn't finish showing the outcome of it in this video. Anyways, I'm just gonna sand my incense holder and then paint it. This clay actually dried pretty rock solid hard, so I decided I wanted to do a drop test on concrete with the little table I made just to see if it would break or not. So here are my results. I totally missed that. And it did break. Okay, never mind. Now we're on to our second homemade air dry clay recipe, and we're going to start out with 1.5 cups of cornstarch. Next is 1 cup of glue, so I'm going to add in 2 of these bottles, which would equal 1 cup. One tablespoon of baby oil. 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. And last but not least, 1 teaspoon of lotion, and I'm just using this random body lotion that I had. So now we can mix this all together, and the directions say to keep adding in cornstarch if you feel like this isn't giving you the clay consistency. So as I was mixing this and it was still like super sticky, I just kept adding in cornstarch, and it totally made the clay way better. I don't know how much extra I added in, I just kept eyeballing it. But look, we finally reached something that looks like clay, and this thing was like so soft but extremely sticky. So at first glance, this clay is just like so beautiful because it's so soft, and then you roll it out and it's like rolling out beautifully, and then when you try to lift it up, it just sticks to the mat. I'm not gonna lie, I hated this clay. It actually pissed me off. I was like, girl, how are you sticky but dry at the same time? The directions said to keep adding in more cornstarch as you like work with the clay to help it out. And so I was doing that, and it would just still feel like super dry but like so wet at the same time. I just wasn't getting it. And then for being so sticky, this thing would like crumble apart so easily. I will say though, it was super easy to roll out some coils with this clay. I did appreciate that. So I just decided to do what I thought was going to be super easy, and I was going to do one of those knots that you see everywhere, and it just kept breaking apart on me, and I was being so gentle with the clay. I'm only showing you guys 2 of the times I tried on camera, and I tried this multiple times off camera, and it just kept breaking apart. I was like, I'm just gonna try this one more time, and I just made like this little pretzel looking knot. So I let this dry, and this dried for me within like 2 to 3 days. Okay, so here she is dry, and I only sanded her little ends, and then I painted this a light terracotta color. And yeah, that's it. I was so happy to be done working with this clay. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. So honestly guys, I didn't like either of these air dry clay recipes. They just didn't work for me. I don't know, I just found them too difficult to work with. Like the clay would just keep breaking. But if you have tried them out and you do like them, leave me some tips down in the comments to see if I can make these work better for me. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to try out other homemade recipes. But yeah guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.